Hi Louis, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, hey, fine.
Amazing. How's your day
Awesome.
going?
Yeah, good. Nice of the weather. It's so hot.
Oh my God, it's so nice. Yeah, I've just been for a big long walk,
Yeah.
bike ride. It's been really good.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. It's
Yeah.
so nice.
Yeah. Let's get into it. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So,
Awesome.
do you want to introduce yourself for me?
Sure. So my name's Ben West. I'm a mental health campaigner and a LinkedIn change maker. And I'm campaigning to try and open the conversation around mental health, and particularly focus on training teachers in mental health first aid. So that's basically me.
Amazing. Earlier this year, before lockdown happened, I reached out to Ben, who I'd noticed via Instagram and his campaign to support the awareness of mental health in teachers, through his story that really resonated with me. And We reached out and connected, and Ben came down to London and took part in I Can, I Am, and I Will, an empowerment movement, helping you to own your identity and highlighting the power of positivity. So Ben came down, we did a photo shoot, we created some amazing images. Ben, can you tell us a little bit about your story? A brief
Yeah,
overview of your
absolutely.
story, if that's all right.
Yeah. So obviously, it's my story. You have to go back 3 years really, and picture me. I was 17 years old. Had absolutely no idea what mental health was. I thought that OCD was lining pens up neatly and depression was for people with lots of cats. I had no idea what any of that meant. And then very, very suddenly in 2018, in January 2018, very suddenly and very, very tragically, my younger brother, Sam, who was 15 years old, took his own life. And obviously that throws you into such an awful, awful place. But throughout that whole process, that grief process, I really wanted to try and create something positive. So I'm quite a positive person. I like having something positive in life. And, going through that time, it was really, really negative. And so campaigning became that way of creating that positivity that I needed and changing it and shifting that focus from the negative side of things onto the positive, where we were trying to help people and really start to make tangible change. So that's really where we're at. And then obviously over the last couple of years, it's just snowballed, and I'm talking to the Prime Minister and it's been crazy.
Well, I think it's such a valuable thing that you're doing, and I guess it resonated with me because, as we spoke about before, I lost my brother. When he was around 16, completely different circumstances. My brother was killed in a car accident, but I recognise grief and sadness and loss, and your campaign really stood out to me of how you managed to turn your grief and your loss into a positive energy and a positive force to really help you kind of change the direction of what could have been, because the loss of life can mean the loss of life for people that are living as well, and people find it very
Totally, absolutely.
to get past these certain things, and I just think that your campaign is like great. I think you're a great guy, and it was such a pleasure having you come down and taking part in I Can, I Am, and I Will. Would you mind just letting us know what your I Can, I Am, and I Will
Absolutely.
are,
So
please?
my I can is I can change the world. It sounds so cheesy, doesn't it? But I really can. And like I said, I've sat down with the Prime Minister. I've been to Number 10, and we're having those high-level discussions about changing legislation. So I can make the change that I want to see. I am only 20. I think so many people use excuses like age and other factors as reasons not to speak up about certain issues. And I think if you believe in something, you should always stand up for what you believe in and really pursue that change that you want, regardless of your age. So that's my I am. And I will it really goes back to the roots of why everything started. And I will make something positive of this, because obviously at its heart, at its core, this came from absolute tragedy and absolute loss and heartache, and it was awful. And ever since then, it's always been about trying to create something positive. So that's my I will create something positive out of all of this.
And you definitely 100% are creating something positive out of all this. And you know, just go to show that, like, age doesn't matter. Like, you know, we should all try and sort of conquer our fears and our heads, and where our heads naturally want to take us. And, you know, well-being is such a massive part of that. And it's a real pleasure and honor to have you part of the movement, Ben. And I think we're good. Like, I think unless there's anything else that you want to add into it.
That sounds like everything that needs to be said.
You want to? What about some, like, statistics?
Yeah, I could do, actually. I could run through.
Yeah.
To tie in with the story a little bit.
Yeah.
Like a sense of scale of everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in terms of where we've got to, I've got, you know, this petition that we started that's got over 300,000 signatures now. We started a charity in my brother's name called the Sound West Foundation. We've raised £100,000 for that, and we're helping. That charity goes and helps train teachers in mental health first aid, and then we're in a joint funding partnership with another charity to put Place to Be in schools, and basically that helps support young people within schools. And then, you know, online through stuff like this, we try and reach out and get people talking, get that message out on social media, and we've reached over 4 million people so far with that message, and 12 million, which is just crazy to think about. Like, but really just goes to show, right, you can, it doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter what you're doing, you really can. If you've got a story, and everyone has a story, if you can share that, and you're brave enough to share that and lay your heart out, people listen. People do listen, and I'm living proof of that.
Yeah, I think with I Can, I Am, and I Will, that is one of the huge kind of benefits and factors that I've found. You know, that the more open and honest that you can be personally as a person to other people, you know, it's recepted super well. And, you know, I've been able to build my connections and collaborate with people like yourself that have a really valuable, like, message to share. And it really does make a massive difference. 100%. You just kind of have to have the confidence and embrace the fear to be able to put it out there and speak your truth. So,
absolutely. No, I don't think people realize how much it helps other people when people start sharing their stories. When you lay everything out, when you talk about your own struggles, when you talk about your own mental health, it gives people almost permission to start talking about their own story. So, yeah, you know, we always throw around this, ask people how they are, and make sure we talk about mental health. But that's so much easier said than done. But if you can take that first step and talk about something that's not going well in your life, then other people start feeling like they can also open up, and then it becomes sort of chain reaction. So I think honesty is such a magical key to unlocking all of this.
I think definitely, like, that was one of the key factors to our relationship, why I reached out to you, because, you know, the loss of my brother had been something that had impacted my life for quite a long time. And I always spoke about him, but I never really, you know, speaking out about it helps to really kind of let go and accept and move on. And it's really important. So, you know, that I thank you for, you know, having that connection with me and allowing me to do that too, because it's been a really important part of my kind of journey of recovery and wellness, and it really does help. So yeah, cool.
Amazing.
All right. So I'm going to get the images together and
wonderful. That's exciting.
And just bear with me, and I'll let you know what's happening.
Yeah, sure, of course. Gives me something good to post on Instagram anyway. Exactly. Yeah, amazing.
They're really good.
They're great photos, actually. Really, really amazing. So thank you so much for all of that. And thank you for including me. Absolute honour. So thank you.
I'll be in touch.
Amazing, Louis.
See you
Cheers.
later.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Andrew, mate.
See you
Bye.
later. Bye.